All right, so part one of the assignment is to print out one of my photos that I used for my abstract or life in color. And I printed it full size on the color printer. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking parts of this, and eventually it's all going to go onto this collapsible Smashbook. See how it all collapses down into one small square. But all of these parts here, all right, we've got triangles and squares. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 full squares, and then there's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 triangles. I'm going to put this basically somewhere on my photo, and I'm going to trace a template. This is the template. Now, with the template, there's areas that we have to first of all figure out what's the overall composition going to be. Because if you look at this example, you can see that there's going to be space between the photographs. So I might definitely want to consider what area I pick of this photo. And then I'm just going to use the black ink pen, and I'm going to carefully trace around slowly and precisely. If I go outside, that's fine. And a little mistake right there, not a big deal. Now I can't move it. All right. So I got to trace the outside, but I also have to mark those other measurements on here. So I'm going to show you how to do that as soon as I get the tracing done, because I can't move it. So as soon as you trace it, don't move it, leave it there. All right. So now I have the outline traced. What I need to do now is mark all of the intersections. So outside here, I got to make a mark. All right. Outside here, I have to make a mark. And that line I'm eventually going to have to draw because this square is going to get cut out, this triangle is going to cut out, and so forth. All right. So I have to make that mark only on the furthest most points right there. Everything else is going to connect from the outer edge. Okay, so I just made those marks. There's the outlines of all of those marks. Now what I need to do is I need to take a ruler or a straight edge, and I need to connect all of those lines. So the first line I've got to connect is this one to this. So I got to line it up on this line right here and connect it. I'm going to continue that all the way down. So I'm just going top left to bottom right. You notice how you can see a little bit of the black ink right along the edge of the ruler? You want that so that it's on the same line. You see how it's on the same line? The ink pen got a little dry right there. I'll try it again. All right, so I'm just going to continue that. Here's the little hash mark that I made over here. Okay, now I got to go the other way. So I move this over and I line it up on this line right here, and it even with that hash mark. Same thing here. Line up and last one here. Now there's two more lines that I need to make, three more lines. All right. So that gives me all the triangles or all the diamonds. Now I need to make the triangles. So I'm going to make sure that the ruler goes through the midpoint right here and lines up with those corners. There's one, two, and 3. All right. So that gives me basically a recreation of that grid. So what I need to do now is I need to cut out all of these pieces, and I'm going to glue them down onto this as soon as I build this. All right. We're going to build this together at the beginning of class.